We are live. Hello. Do they see Theo?
Yeah.
Wait, the chat is a Chrome window.
Streamlabs chat is a Chrome window.
Okay.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye. Can I have a kiss? Thank you. Hello. What is going on? It is Matt doesn't have a clock on his computer because he doesn't like to look at the time during his workday, and it's just so weird to me. You know how you have like the clock in your corner of your screen? But it is 6:03, so I'm slightly earlier than last week, which is great. Hello, how's everyone doing? How is the challenge going? Hashtag 30 under 20. We just went out to a new area about 30 minutes away, and we got some pretty okay barbecue, but it was, it was nice to just get out with Theo. It's decently warm. We got, what did we get? We got some brisket, we got some turkey, we got some smoked wings. Hello. And then I came home and I'm stuffed because I had my same dessert and post-dinner snack I've been having all week long, and like I would say the past like 2 to 3 weeks, is blackberries and almond butter, crunchy almond butter. And I'm a big crunchy person with peanut butter, and I just discovered crunchy almond butter, so I'm trying to not do any peanuts or like peanut butter. I can do, I could probably handle myself with peanuts, but peanut butter is just really tough. So I find that if I do almond butter or like literally any other type of butter, macadamia nut butter, pecan butter, I can more easily stick to 2-3 servings or less. But peanut butter, I could slam the whole jar. You gotta at least a quarter cup. Eat at least a quarter cup if you want to enjoy it with peanut butter. So as last week, similar to last week, so I'll show you my screen now. This isn't coming up. Oh, I gotta one seckie. Why isn't this coming up? I apologize. Let's go into to-do. Megha's meal planning. Okay, so there's my meal planning. And so we didn't do a lot of these actually. Last week kind of got away from us. I had a friend visiting Wednesday through Friday, which was great, but and we stuck to hashtag 30 and 20, but we just made different things because we wanted her to eat different things with us. So let's start a brand new week, but maybe we'll bring some of last week's stuff into this week, and it's as easy as that. So tomorrow is going to be the 11th. 01, 11, 21. There we go. Why does it come up? Okay. Anyway, I'll fix that later because you can like indent all of this like that. So it's right underneath. Okay. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to go into this week with again. So I was just like scrolling Pinterest today, and not Pinterest, I was scrolling Instagram today, and we mostly follow food accounts. So I follow a ton of like food bloggers that aren't keto. I just follow like Half Baked Harvest, Ambitious Kitchen. One's paleo, one's like just normal food, and that just kind of gives me inspiration. And then I also follow like Whole30 and paleo type of food blogs because I just like the whole foods approach, and then I can just pick and choose. But I saw this really tasty looking soup, and I love soup. So it was a salsa chicken stew. Let's see if we can find it. So if I see something on Instagram, I just literally come over to Pinterest and I type it in so that if I do find it, I found it, first one, you can just pin it to your board. So I will look at the ingredients real quickly after I pin it. I know I jumped right into it this time, guys, but I will get to some questions. Okay, so it's saved to my board, but let's look at it. Okay, so chicken breast, cool, cumin, salt, pepper, paprika, chicken broth, or bone broth. And we made some fresh bone broth on Saturday because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I haven't been feeling great. So Matt made a bunch of bone broth so that I can just drink some and we can use it for soup. So 1 cup salsa. There, I have my favorite salsa upstairs. I think salsa is pretty decent. For the most part, salsa is great on keto. I love to eat salsa with my eggs or, you know, with anything pretty much. Garlic, potatoes. So here you could just keep the potatoes out altogether. You could do cauliflower. You could do radishes. You could even do just like broccoli. You could really just sub in anything. I feel like it'd be super tasty because I think salsa is really the main component of making it a salsa stew. Bell pepper, we love red bell pepper, and then cilantro. So this is like a perfect recipe for keto basically already minus the potatoes. And then I would, instead of doing it in the slow cooker like it says here, I would do it in the Instant Pot so it's quicker. So instead of like 8 or 4 hours, you know, you'll do like 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, depending on if your chicken's frozen or completely thawed. So we're going to add that salsa chicken stew to our menu. And then taco night, guys. So we still do taco night every once a week. We usually do it on Mondays. And we got a lot of funny comments last week about how taco night is officially Monday night instead of Tuesday because Taco Tuesdays is a thing. I forget. So we're definitely going to do taco night, but we're going to do chicken and bell peppers. Last week we did ground beef. I like chicken better with my tacos. What do you guys like? Do you like chicken or do you like ground beef? Let's see. Sorry, let me get to these comments. I also found adding peanut butter powder with soaked chia to my your shakes, I assume, gives that peanut butter cup taste. Yum, that sounds great. We have a whole tub of PB2, so maybe I'll do that. I want to try almond butter and blackberries. 100% you have to. It's just so good. Oh, the best dessert, guys. But I can definitely eat too much of it. So one thing that there's someone on our Discord, which is like a chatting what is like a chatting system. I can't even think of like the word, but there we have a bunch of discussion boards, so a lot of ones for just like for free but also with the curve. But on the free ones I'm all the time on like the general discussion one. So definitely join our Discord, and it should be in the link of this video. Matt usually adds it, but San Francisco, shout out to you. He was the one who said that, you know, that's a great dessert, but if you want to really enjoy it, you gotta, or no, if you don't want to get away with it, you gotta sit down with it at the couch. Like you can't just eat out of the jar, which I'm a victim of. And I'm going to say victim because I'm a victim. I don't do like it's impossible not to eat right out of the jar. So, but I've been making my bowl of blackberries and almond butter and then sitting down and eating it instead of eating it at the counter, because then I just eat a ton of it. So glad you and Matt did this challenge. It's what I needed to get back on track. It seems like a lot of people have joined us and are doing really well and enjoying it. And we're already on day 10. Day 10's over, guys. That's fantastic. It's going by pretty quickly. Matt said he's here. I'm sure he's not watching though, because he said last time he tried to watch, Theo was freaking out because Mama was on screen. He wants short ribs still. Okay, so I'm going to pull the short ribs that was from last week down to here. Matt's probably not into salsa chickens too. That probably sounds really bad to him. So if I do make it this week, which I hope to, maybe I'll make it for lunch and then just like have it for lunches for myself. Because we normally do like a bone broth soup, a very simple one. We do like chicken and broccoli, or we've done chicken and carrots, and it's just like a meat and a vegetable. So we were thinking of doing chicken and broccoli tonight for soup in the Instant Pot, but we got barbecue, so maybe we'll do that this week too. Okay. Let me go back to the main camera so you guys can see me and I can read some of these comments. Peanut butter with Lily's chocolate chips is a great evening treat. That is a great evening treat, but that for me, I'll be honest, is just a little too indulgent. So if I had that, I would either just want more sweet stuff or just more of the peanut butter and more of the Lily's. So I stick to nut butters if I'm going to right now, especially with this challenge, to nut butters that I can control myself with. And control meaning whatever to you, but for me, it's an issue with peanut butter. Is it still possible to buy your slow cooker ebook? Of course it is. So we have our 3 ebooks, our slow cooker, our Fat Bomb Bible, and then our dinner in 30. And I feel like the dinner in 30 would be all 3 would actually be really, really good for this challenge. But yeah, you can go. It's called Slow Cooked Keto, I believe. Matt could let me know if I'm wrong. But yeah, just on our site, on our front page, we have all 3 of our ebooks. Oh, and it's not day 10. It's only day 7. I'm just losing total track of the year because we started on the 4th. Is that confusing for anyone else? Started keto January 1st. I'm trying to gain weight. Any tips, suggestions? Also, I've been this channel even when you've been watching even when you were vegan 5 years. Wow. Y'all have really great content and personalities. Thank you so much, Desi. I think that's how I pronounce it. Gaining weight, I mean, you just got to eat more. I don't feel like I'd have a problem doing that. I feel like nut butters are a good route. Adding as much fat to your meals as possible. Just high fat stuff is really going to get you there. But I guess, you don't want to do it super unhealthy, but just fattier cuts of meat. If you're eating veggies or salads, like dressings, and just adding fats to your veggies, just making sure you're getting a lot of calories in. Hello, Lily. Let's see. Is breadfruit okay for keto? I don't know. Sorry if that's what breadfruit is. That just makes me think of how they make, I don't know if this is connected, how they make alcohol in prison. Don't they just like soak a bunch of like fruit and bread together, or like juice and bread, and like let it ferment for like weeks? I think if someone knows and they can confirm that, please confirm it. Someone made our egg roll in a bowl today. You have leftovers because you say it's better the next day. It's just as good the next day. I prefer leftovers. I love leftovers. So, I would say it's going to be really good tomorrow. Hello. Not doing the challenge, but I did start keto again this month and lost 7 pounds so far. That's phenomenal. Yay. Okay, let's get back to some meal planning. Okay, so we have our taco night. We have our short ribs because Matt definitely wants it. What else? We have our salsa chicken stew. Oh, and Theo goes to daycare twice a week. He goes Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I just discovered last week that Theo is like his daycare is a 2-minute drive from Hooters. So we are going to do, even if you guys haven't tried Hooters smoked wings, it's a must. So we're going to do those probably Thursday. When we eat out, it's usually like a Thursday, Friday thing. So we have Hooters smoked wings for sure on the menu. We made wings yesterday for the football games, and we got the wings from Whole Foods, and they were terrible. They were the worst wings, one of the worst meals we'd ever had. We were both so disappointed. So hopefully we'll make up for that this week with some Hooters smoked wings. And then, so that's 4 right there. Taco, salsa chicken, short ribs, Hooters smoked wings. So I am just going to peruse Pinterest. I think I did keto dinners last week. Let's do keto dinners again. And let's see what looks good. If you guys see anything, point it out. So someone said, so glad I started the 30 under 20. I'm also doing intermittent fasting, already down 5 pounds. That's fantastic. The longer you do keto, the easier it is to fast for sure. It just feels natural. Like you don't even really think about it. What is catching our eye? So we're already doing so like I'll often look at the meals and I'll see, so we're doing chicken. Nope. So we're doing chicken, so cow, right? Cow, Matt? I think cow. Yeah, so chicken, cow, and then chicken again. So when that's the case, I like to definitely, if I can't find something good, we just do steaks. I always like to default. We've been doing a lot of steak and broccoli. It's been our go-to meal. And I like to default to that because I just feel best, or we both feel best when we just eat something like that. So if I can't find something good that's like beef based, then we'll just do steak and broccoli. And it's also really easy to do when you're cooking with a toddler running around, if you know what I'm saying. I have been really into chicken these lately though, so it's like, it's tough to stay away from it. We still didn't do egg roll in a bowl last week. I ended up using all the cabbage because I was doing salads during the week, so I was putting some cabbage in my salads. And then when we did our taco night, I used some cabbage for crunch. Oh, hey, look at our butter chicken. That's one of our oldest pictures. Matt took that one and edited and everything. Are we still selling swag like hoodies, t-shirts? No, we are not, unfortunately. We are not. Tuscan chicken, pork tenderloin, so yeah, the Tuscan chicken always looks really good. But again, we're doing so much chicken already. There was a creamy chicken that looks just yummy. I love creamy stuff. Matt's not a huge creamy person. Let's see. Okay, so let's do keto beef. That's literally, yeah. Keto beef stroganoff, that sounds so good, but I know it has like sour cream in the base, and Matt would not eat that. So when some of you are like, oh, I have a really picky spouse, like I totally feel you. But luckily, I'm not picky at all. I'm very flexible, so I'll just eat whatever. Keto taco pie. I think Matt would also puke. But it does sound good. Shepherd's pie. Oh, that sounds so good. With the cauliflower mash. That's a lot of work, though, I just like to keep it simple, especially with this challenge we're doing. Because one, it's easier to track if we're doing something like, cauliflower and then like maybe onions or something in the base. Because the shepherd's pie doesn't have like onions and celery and stuff. Keto lasagna. That could be good. I feel like we did that pretty recently. How do you sign up for the keto under 30? You can just join the challenge, but I don't think we have it. We had it on our site originally. At the top, you could join the challenge. I don't know if Matt, if you're listening, maybe I can just type in 30 under 20. Oh, there it is. So if you type in 30 under 20, here's the challenge. Just type in your name and your email and you join it, and then you'll get a packet sent to you and you can join us along. You can join our Discord community and use it for accountability. We're sharing recipes. We're sharing Instagram profiles. We're just chatting about day-to-day struggles and stuff. So definitely join us there. It's also linked in the description, the challenge to sign up for it. Keto beef and broccoli. I guess that sounds really good. Instead of like steak and broccoli, just doing a beef and broccoli. Oh, and it's by Delish. I mean, obviously Delish is fantastic. They have some fun recipes, but like, I wish it was just like another food blogger, like us. And I was giving them the exposure and clicking on their link. But yeah, we have actually, I don't think we have flank steak, but we have top sirloin steak, which is not very fatty. And I think sliced thin, that would be really good. So yeah, why don't we do a beef and broccoli? That sounds super good. And this is such a simple recipe. apple cider vinegar, ginger, garlic, and fresh ginger and garlic, guys. It's always where it's at. Whenever you're doing an Asian recipe, it's a must. So instead of the soy sauce, we will do coconut aminos, and coconut aminos isn't soy based. It's just a really good option if you're not wanting to do soy. But since it's made from like coconut sap, it's sweeter than saltier compared to soy sauce. So if I use that, then I also just add more salt because you're not getting all that salt from the soy sauce. Whereas Julius is down by my feet. He's sleeping. Okay, so we are going to do a keto beef and broccoli. Keto beef and broccoli. And it's just as simple as that. And I will save this. What is happening? Okay, I will save this. Keep saying share. So it's saved to my board. So I have that. So let's look for a couple more beef recipes. Like maybe if you don't like Asian flavors, what's another beef recipe that's really good you could do? I love stuff like this, like a Mexican beef and zucchini skillet, and then you can use like a low carb marinara sauce. Primal Kitchen has some. Rao's, however you pronounce it, has some really good ones. But most marinara sauces, just look at the ingredients, look at the the carbs, and a lot of them are pretty good. So something like that I would love. Matt doesn't like zucchini so much, like this. I don't know if he would love that, but you could do asparagus would be really good instead of zucchini. You could do broccoli. You could do really just any vegetable, cauliflower. So I saved that because that's just like something super easy to throw together. But just if I can't think of anything, I hear Matt running around upstairs, assuming he's chasing Theo. Theo gets so naughty at this time. But he's so good when he's alone with Matt. When he's with me, it's just like very, very needy and clingy. And if I'm there, he can't leave my side. But when it's him and Matt, he's so independent. So ground beef casserole, that just sounds delicious. I just love anything very like indulgent and casserole-y. I love all of my ingredients and foods like mixed together like a mush. And Matt eats according to time or like temperature of each ingredient of the meal. So I don't know if you guys know anyone like this. I think it is pretty common. Hi Megha, watching from Cebu, Philippines. Hi. Big Mac in a bowl, Matt would just die. He would not eat that. He would fast instead. But if we make steak and broccoli, I don't know, and like what's a third, like just for example, like a biscuit or something, he'd probably eat the broccoli first and then he'd eat the steak and then he'd eat the biscuit. Like he has to eat according to what's the most temperature sensitive. When using an app for tracking and it takes off when you exercise, do you do that or turn it off? No, we don't deduct. If weight loss is the goal, I mean, even if it's not, Matt doesn't ever deduct calories burned when exercising from like what we've eaten. We just eat as if, so like when we do our macros in a macro calculator, we do it as if we're sedentary. So those are our macros. Because especially if weight loss is the goal, you don't want to just be eating the calories you've potentially burned. And it's also like how accurate is your watch, your Fitbit, your Ring, whatever you're using to track. Like it can often overestimate how many calories you've burned, and then you might just be overeating. So we just don't do that. Have a good night. Have to take off. Thanks for everything you guys do. Good night, Terry. He's a mama's boy, or he loves his milky mom, because that's how my baby is right now. Yeah. So when we were out today at, we were at like a barbecue spot, Theo was nursing, and like, I don't put on a cover or anything anymore. It's just like past that point for me, I'm totally comfortable. So at what age is he too old to be nursing in public like that? like laying on my lap because he is pretty big. And you can tell that he's like not a baby. So I didn't know what was appropriate, and Matt had no idea either. I think Matt was like, it doesn't matter. Like, he can just always do that. But I don't think like when he's like 3 or 4, he should be, right? Hooters wings are on sale on Tuesdays. Whoa, I wonder if it's the smoked ones. I'll have to call and check. Thank you for the heads up, Sophia. What's going on? Okay. How was people's first week? Yeah. How was everyone's first week on the challenge? Okay. So I think I got what I needed. Everything that I'm looking at looks super good. Oh, I do love meatballs. I feel like one time Matt made me like a surprise delicious dinner, and he just made like really big meatballs in a cast iron skillet. So meatballs is something I would totally make. And you don't really need anything when you have meatballs and marinara sauce. Maybe some Parmesan, grated Parm, and that's it. So this looks good. And maybe next week we'll do chicken crust pizza. I've kind of been craving that. That's probably our favorite low-carb pizza. So let's get to some of these cues we got here. What's your favorite binder to use in meatballs or meatloaf? So you don't really need a binder. We don't ever use binder in our meatballs. But you could. We've done pork rinds, we've done egg, and we've done hemp, like hemp hearts. I think pork rinds is or you can do like pork rinds and Parmesan. That makes it like moisture, but we don't ever actually do any binding agent. You don't really need one. A lot of people use egg, it sounds like. Jen said, whenever you want to stop, forget everyone's opinion. Yeah, that's definitely the way to go. It's just, yeah, I guess I don't know what. Maybe at some point I'll feel uncomfortable. I'll be like, okay, Theo, enough's enough. Maybe when he can like have a discussion, we'll actually like sit down and talk about it. Do we have a multiple cookbook bundle offers for our ebooks? I believe we do. I think when you go to buy one, this is more Matt's wheelhouse. When you go to buy one, it'll ask you if you want to purchase all 3 for a much lower price. I love a lot of veggies, but really hate cauliflower. How can I start liking it? I don't like cauliflower either. It makes me very bloated and gassy and uncomfortable. So I don't think you need to start liking it. You know, it's not like, definitely isn't a necessary ingredient. Cauliflower rice, I think, is overrated. It's not that good. We still haven't tried the new Chipotle cauliflower rice. We plan to this week and make a video probably for lunch at some point, maybe when Theo's at daycare. Kids are smart. Don't let him take control. Well, that I feel like that's easier said than done, Jolene. What else? Wait, you just pop it out in public? I do indeed. I am comfortable with that. I have friends that still use like shawls or like cover-ups. I have some friends who don't. Okay. I feel like we're winding down here, and I'm definitely winding down. Someone said they just tried the cauliflower rice at Chipotle and it was really good. I've been getting like mostly negative reviews from what I've been seeing on Instagram, which I'm upset that I've like seen all these things because now I'm expecting it to be bad. But I'm going to try to go in with like no bias, just a blind taste test and really get a genuine feel. Okay. I don't feel like there's much. I mean, is everyone doing well in the challenge? Are they feeling any struggles? What has been your favorite recipe to make or snacks to make so far? Again, like I said, it's my blackberries and almond butter. I just wait for that come nighttime. For first meal, which is like around 11 usually, or on the weekends we eat around like 10, but weekdays we do like 11. It's been just eggs and meat. Matt's been doing a bunch of eggs and sausage patties he gets from Whole Foods. I've been doing like a really loaded salad, depending on how I feel, or just eggs cooked in fat with some meat. And then dinner, you guys see what we do for dinner. So we're keeping it pretty simple for the most part. My husband hates cauliflower rice too, so we sub rice to broccoli. Yeah, that's a great option. I love seeing keto options be available more at fast food restaurants. It is really nice. When we went to Hardee's, you could like just say you wanted low carb, and they have like a low carb button apparently. So that's really, really nice and convenient. And a lot of people, I feel like, not embarrassed, but they struggle with having to ask for substitutions, or they get nervous at the thought of doing things like that. So if it's already, if it's normalized, then I feel like people will be more open to just saying what they want, instead of feeling like they have to get the bun and then struggling of whether or not to eat it. My current meals are meat with bell pepper or broccoli. That sounds perfect. That sounds right up my alley. Matt's doing carnivore? Sorry, just cut the part where you said what he was eating. No, he's not doing carnivore, but his first meal is always just like eggs and meat. Try the pizza dip on the website. It's bomb. Are you talking about our pizza dip? It is bomb. Thank you very much. I grew up eating that with my best friend. Her mom made it for like Super Bowl and parties, and it's just such a good, fond memory of mine. All right, I guess I'll call it. I hope everyone is enjoying what I'm doing here and getting some ideas. Let's run through this again. So we have taco night. We have that salsa chicken stew, which I pinned to my board. We have Instant Pot short ribs, Hooters smoked wings I'm excited about, and then a keto beef and broccoli. So that's going to be super tasty, and that'll replace like our steak and broccoli that we do and give it some nice flavor with the Asian spices. What's the best spice that no one uses? I would say garam masala and cumin. So that's like, an Indian dish to me. A lot of people don't do Indian dishes. We do Indian probably like every other week. We do a curry, I think. The best spice that no one uses. What else do we use a lot of? I mean, you guys see what we do for dinner, so we don't go too crazy, but I would just say like Indian spices. Someone said marjoram. Someone started using turmeric. I've never used marjoram. Turmeric is great. JS has been full keto since Thanksgiving. Phenomenal. Love garam masala. Yay. We need to try marjoram, Matt said. Yes, we do. I wouldn't even know where to start with that marjoram. It sounds like isn't that like you like use marjoram on like seasoning like turkey and like chicken, like when you're cooking it? So like maybe in a soup even. Yeah, okay. All right, guys, this was super fun. And again, join our Discord. You don't have to be a part of our membership site. There's a free general section with a bunch of different chats for accountability, for sharing recipes. So join us there. I'm always on it. I have the app on my phone, so I'm chatting, and you can like at Megha me or at Matt or whoever you want to talk to, and then I get the notification and I can respond directly. But this has been fun, and keep it up, guys. So day 7, not 11 or 10. But 1 week down, and it feels really good. So I hope you guys are feeling good, and I'll see you next Sunday, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for our lives. And then we're also vlogging tomorrow, so you'll see a vlog on Tuesday, full day of eating. You get to see what we're eating, what Theo's eating. I love you guys. Mwah! Have a great night.